Is masturbation really killing your gains? In this video, we will be going over all the empirical evidence publicly available on masturbation and its relation to muscle growth. So really, let's cut the intro here and let's get into it. To some of you watching this, the idea of abstaining from masturbation might be familiar. A popular movement called NoFap has been on the rise these past couple years. The movement revolves around abstaining from masturbation in hopes of there being some benefits to not participating in it. To be quite frank, this may sound crazy to some people, but actually, our generation is not the first generation of humans participating in it. Historical evidence shows that the Spartans were also abstaining from intercourse weeks before battle, so they must somehow have found it beneficial too. Advocates of NoFap are heralding an array of sexual, physical, and mental improvements, including increased testosterone levels. But is there any evidence to back this up? Today we are going to go in depth on this subject, and also find out whether or not the Spartans were abstaining in vain. Testosterone in men does indeed have profound effects on mood, being demonstrated to improve depression, happiness, and motivation. It is clearly linked to muscle growth and physical performance, and many aspects of male sexual function are reliant on testosterone. So why wouldn't we connect the dots between NoFap and testosterone? Well, the main reason is the evidence. Two studies keep popping up when evidence is quoted to support benefits of sexual abstinence as a means to increase testosterone. In the first one, 10 men had their testosterone levels measured twice before masturbation and orgasm, and then in 10-minute intervals after. This was followed by a 3-week period in which they were instructed to refrain from any type of sexual activity. After that period, the process was repeated. Testosterone was reported as being higher in the baseline measurements after abstinence. Despite the conclusions of the research, the sample size of this study was tiny, and the increase in testosterone may have actually been due to the anticipation of sexual arousal in the second experiment after abstinence. Testosterone levels at the first baseline measurement were actually the same before and after abstinence, with the second measurement differing slightly. So without more data, it is impossible to really say that abstinence increases testosterone at all. The second study reported a 45% increase in testosterone levels after 7 days of abstinence. But this was a temporary peak which then returned to the same levels as before, even with continued abstinence, and stayed that way. Such transient alterations in testosterone levels are unlikely to have any lasting effects on men's health and may primarily serve as a regulator of the creation of new sperm. A few studies, on the other hand, have shown either no effect of abstinence on testosterone or that testosterone levels were actually higher after masturbation or sex. Measuring testosterone before and directly after masturbation in 34 healthy young men found that testosterone levels increased after self-stimulation, but any longer-term effects were not checked. At best, the evidence linking masturbation with changes in testosterone levels is limited, and with mixed conclusions. In fact, masturbation as such doesn't appear to have any negative effects on sexual and general health, and particularly in relation to testosterone levels in men. The problem may lie in excessive masturbation and attitudes towards self-pleasure. Personal perceptions of masturbation can cause psychological effects that impact testosterone levels. A buildup of anxiety and depression can occur if someone has feelings of guilt following masturbation. This guilt could be based around feeling immoral, such as being unfaithful to a partner or having religious conflicts. A study investigating the motivation for abstinence found that the reason was mostly due to attitudes, specifically the perception of masturbation as unhealthy or wrong. This stress from prolonged guilt, anxiety, and depression can cause decreases in testosterone levels, and in these situations, abstinence may relieve such feelings and could then theoretically lead to a testosterone increase. Maybe then, the argument shouldn't be about changing the tendency or frequency of masturbation, but more about improving understanding and attitudes towards sexual behavior. That said, abstaining from masturbation could help people with destructive porn addictions. Taking a break from pornography, masturbation, or even sex altogether for an extended period of time could help break the cycle. Beyond this, though, health benefits of NoFap are anecdotal, and evidence to show abstinence even alters testosterone at all is simply not there. So for anyone embarking on a period of fabstinence as a health fad, there is no apparent harm in trying, and there might even be perceived improvements in certain aspects of life. But bear in mind that there is no reason to believe that NoFap will meaningfully boost your testosterone levels, and you may be missing out on the many benefits of healthy masturbation. Thank you for watching.